All right, hey guys, it's June 2nd, 6:15 p.m. So I am gonna pull up Bitcoin real quick. Okay, Bitcoin on the 30-minute chart. So, not a lot has changed, um, since my last entry here. We're still in the good area that we wanted to buy in. So most of my entries, between here and here. Um, this, I think I talked about it in my last one, that this looked like a three-wave structure, and I wasn't thrilled about that. And I didn't love how, like bounced right off this 50 here in the opposite direction. Gave us an algo target closer down to, you know, testing the limits of the golden zone, and I see that happen a lot. Like I still see a potential just wick down here. Another violent event to maybe shake some longs out, and tag this algo, tag this golden zone, and then ricochet off. So I still think that that's a real possibility, and I'm not discounting it quite yet. Um, this three-wave structure makes me uneasy. This looks like a five-wave structure. Um, so that alone didn't make me a buyer on this retracement. So I kind of like I said in my other videos, I didn't want to be a buyer here coming down off that. Just I didn't like how it bounced off, 50. It didn't get high enough for me to like be super confident. I did do a little bit of a buy-in on ADA, so I got just a small amount here. I picked up a small amount here on this retracement here. I like this. I also did manage to um, get a little pitchfork on this. I don't really love it. I think this would make overall more sense. Um, but I feel like maybe these three pivots are somehow important, but the inside pitchfork isn't really quite working on it anymore. If I could do it quick, but I won't. So I do like, it's like, we are kind of holding that. That was another nice, little touch of the channel there. So I haven't really put much pitchforks on here yet. I don't think there's enough data across the board. New, I did buy a little bit here too on this golden zone. But other than that, I think that was it. I didn't want to be an aggressive buyer on this downtrend in the market overall, um, and so I didn't. In hindsight, there were a lot of golden zone touches, so this would have been a good entry. Um, Reasons for I didn't. This pivot right here, we came right up to this golden zone, so we weren't able to break it, and like another three-wave structure. Three-wave structure, new low, three-wave structure, possibility of a double bottom. So I definitely wanted to be a buyer down here, and I'm okay that we didn't get the fills. It's let's keep going. I mean, that would be the ideal. So my mental state is definitely not to be too aggressive on these retracements right now. I already have a good amount of across the market, in this range. So I have a fair amount of my account in. So now it's just kind of a waiting game. I want to see us get a little higher before I start getting aggressive. Although I really do like this structure. We get this nice little five. Um, Three is the longest in this scenario. We don't even overlap. So like this is, I mean, technically this is like the most perfect impulse wave that you can get. Um, so this is a very nice structure. I was very encouraged to see this on lower time frames. So what I'll probably be doing is starting to look at, buying the retracement on this, and that'll give me a tighter stop loss. And if we break, if we go deep on, I'd probably still give myself some room, maybe the 786, be a buyer here. So a setup is going to look like, especially on that 382. Probably look like something like this, maybe a 6% play. So a nice tight little window, and like obviously your take profit, this is just an add-on, and your take profit's still way up here. So you start getting these nice risk to reward ratios that these are the types of trades that you can just take every single time. Um, but we'll see. It's we might get a 1, 2, 3, 4. We might get an extension. Another thing about Elliott wave is that if you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you get a 9-wave structure, a lot of times that has the same technical significance as 5. It's just that one of the waves is likely extended. So, that's another key thing to look for is if you start seeing, 9-wave structures, you probably just have an extension in one of the waves. Um, but yeah, so, you know, the first part of this, last part of May when I started, doing some of these journals, the play was see how high this retracement goes. Came up to some nasty resistance across the board, like some fibs. So wasn't a super confident buyer on the way down. Was hoping for a double bottom, didn't happen. Now we're getting a nice reaction off some technical bounces here. So 5-wave structures. Now I'm far more eager to start pulling the trigger. On retracement of this structure here across the board. Yeah, really nice. You're seeing this everywhere. This nice little. That's what I like to see. That's what I wanna. That's what I wanna be a buyer off of. So I'm gonna be doing this kind of a look at that bounce right off that 236. I like seeing that early too because that means like I'm confident that I have a good fib pull here. Like there's a clear reaction here. So, anything anything in this range, depending on where we go, I'm gonna be pulling the trigger on this. Now it's just kind of finding what coins had the best impulse structure, and that might make me want to be a buyer on some of those. So like ADA, I'm gonna be in for sure. I don't love this structure, but you can kind of make it out at 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe truncated fifth, not truncation on the fifth, contracting or whatever. Regardless, great technical bounce here. Gonna try to be focusing on ADA a little bit more. This looks weak. I wouldn't. This is an example of probably a coin that I wouldn't spend my time buying off of. XLM, kind of same scenario. Looks a little. Maybe if I go on this, yeah. I don't really know how to count. Just pay 1, 2, 3 ABC, and then maybe you get some wonky 5. 1, 2, yeah, ABC. I don't know. But still, we're still not out of the woods here yet. Because the other scenario that all we're doing here is just putting in like ABC A, B, and then maybe some kind of C. The only thing I don't really know how to fully count is this does look like a 5-wave, which again makes you kind of nervous. Is this just a 1, 2, and then we're going down for a big 3? Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to get ahead of myself here. We still have some ways to go, but again, like in this 5-wave structure that we're starting to see. So now it's just kind of seeing what coins do I want to get in on. K and C, that was definitely one that I should consider. Storm, yeah, getting kind of impulsive here. That's nice to see. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, 9, then you have an extension in one of the waves. Again, this is starting to look more impulsive than corrective. That's definitely the key here. And, again, maybe this is another coin that hit a golden zone. Yeah, right in the golden zone, just a small break. So that would have been, the play is to buy the retracement on that. But again, I didn't like that 3-0 structure across the board, so, and the lack of how high it went. All right, we're 9 minutes in. That's a quick video. That's pretty much all I wanted to do. So, yeah, that's kind of the play now for me, is still just to kind of wait and see what this retracement does. So that's what we'll do. And again, maybe starting to put some pitchforks on this. This is a good pitchfork structure. I mean, Andrew's trading principle, this hit the golden zone. You have an 80% chance of hitting this median line as long as this pivot holds. So that's the kind of, and is it over here? I would still default to this one. But yeah, now that's kind of the next play, is starting to put these pitchforks on and seeing what you can make work. Again, I don't love us getting out. Like when this happens, I don't love that. When we kind of get out of the structure a little bit, but um, experience has also taught me that it's okay as long as this pivot holds. This thing will rocket up and tag that median line. I've seen it happen so many times. So again, maybe the purple, maybe I wouldn't want to see you get out of that, because then maybe a shift starts to look a little bit more reasonable. Again, a tag there. So just, yeah, you kind of got to keep an eye on that stuff. But I like to use the original until like we really get outside of this, this channel, and I'll keep the purple on here for sure. Crypto tends to be a little volatile, so. Yeah, golden zone holding down here for rep. That's pretty sweet. I wasn't a rebuyer in on this. I don't want to. I've already bought here. I don't want to increase my position size. I don't really want to, because it's not like my stop loss is changing. I'm still down here. I can't just keep piling on money if I'm not changing this. So just kind of waiting for things to settle down here, and this is normal. I feel like we're going to range at support, and hopefully, yeah, start to see some upward movement by maybe really getting up here. Kind of hoping by the end of June we see something up here. I think that would make, yeah, yeah, maybe July, maybe early July. Okay, that's kind of my thoughts so far. A lot of nice little retracements here. So, all right, see you guys.